This is my income chart for 2023. As you can see, I hit 10K a month for the first time last month. In this video, I want to show you the simple realization I made that allowed me to hit that within 46 days, all right? So you guys have probably watched videos online from the gurus like Iman, Sebastian, there's countless others. You know the type. They all make these same videos. They're like, oh, the fastest path to 10K a month. And then they don't really show you anything and they just sell you a course. Or they tell they tell you to wear shoes indoors.
I wear shoes in the house. And the reason that is because I don't go to an office, I feel like when I'm wearing shoes, I know that, okay, it's time to be serious.
Dude, that one still cracks me up. Oh my gosh. But screw that. Like, I don't give a frick about views on this video because the only metric that I track is lives changed by my content. So I'm not going to show you the sexy stuff that you want to hear, that your brain wants to hear. I'm going to show you the things that you actually need to know, like the real stuff that finally clicked and got me to 10K a month. And that's what I want to share with you today. So this one sentence I'm about to share with you will change your life forever if you let it. And this allowed me to break free from all of that garbage advice that we see on YouTube so much from people who are just taking advantage of you. And this will actually allow you to change your income. You can directly change your income to as high as you want if you truly understand this. But I must warn you, this is not what you want to hear, which is why no one tells it to you, because you don't want to hear it. But I'm going to share it with you because it's what you need to hear. And maybe if you're like me, when you hear this for the first time and it becomes clear, it's like the clouds are lifted and all of a sudden you can see the direct path that you need to take to get towards your goals, whether that be financial or physical, whatever it is. All right. So without further ado, are you ready? The key to making actual progress fast is to put in hours of deep work on high leverage activities. That's it. Now, for the lazy bums who are looking for some magical pill solution or some AI trick to just make a bunch of money without ever doing work, I'll see you guys later, and good luck. I hope you figure that out. But I wanted to break this down for those of you who realize how big of a deal this is and how game-changing this could be. I want to break this down so simply in this video that you know exactly what to do next, all right? Sound fair? Well, let's do it. So the first variable you have to nail, right, is hours of deep work per day. I'll tell you right now, and this is straight up honest, I currently average on all weekdays, sometimes weekends, 8 to 12 hours of deep work every single day. This is not like checking my email and having Discord open and all the notifications. I'm talking like 8 hours of just undistracted, focused work, which is crazy to think about compared to where I was a year ago. But I'm going to show you how to do that. But you need to understand that no matter who you are, $10,000 a month is less than 1,000 hours of deep focus away. Let that sit with you. I'm going to say it again. No matter who you are, $10,000 a month is less than 1,000 hours of deep work away. So if you're getting less than 1 hour of focused work per day right now, think about it. It's going to take you at least 1,000 days. And that's if you've even started the journey and even started a business. And most people don't even do that. But I want you to imagine that you're like me and you're averaging, 10 hours a day of deep work. Now it's less than 100 days away. Do you see the power in that? Excuse me. This is everything, guys. This is why you're not at your goal. This is simple. If you're not putting in the hours of deep work on high leverage activities, that's why you're not there. It's not because you're not meditating. It's not because you're not taking cold showers. It's not because you're not eating this right thing. It's because you're not doing the work, period. And guys, I do those other things, by the way. But if you're not where you want to, it's because you're not working. Like, simple enough. So first off, how do we maximize your hours of deep work per day? So first things first is you have to track how many hours of deep work per day you do. You have to. If you're not getting in the right number that you want, you have to start tracking it. If you track it, you'll improve it. And I did this. I did this for an entire year. The whole year of 2022, I did this. And I'll show it to you right here on the screen. And actually, I'll give you this exact Notion template. It'll go out to my email list subscribers next week. So if you want to get that, you sign up quick in the description now. And if you're watching this way after release, then just make your own. It's not that hard, guys. But anyways, you have to track your hours because then you can actually see, okay, this is how many hours per day I'm putting in towards my goals of deep work. So just find some way to track it. You even just use a notepad. And like I said, here's my numbers from 2022. So you can kind of see how I was putting in some crazy hours. And that was when I worked a job as well. So if you're working a job, that's not an excuse. There is no excuse. You have to put in hours of work if you want to get to where you go, period. The next thing is you have to remove distractions. Now, I'm not talking about the general, like, oh, stop watching TikTok and social media and stop watching, you know what. If you've not gotten rid of social media already from your life and gotten rid of TikTok and binging memes and stuff, I can't help you. Just come back to this channel when you've grown up because that's ridiculous. If you're sacrificing your goals to watch freaking TikToks in bed, I can't help you. Like, just grow up. But I'm talking about the Trojan horse distractions. So these are the things that sound good and everyone makes, videos about them. And I'm sure I'll make videos about them too because I do this stuff. But things like meditating, things like taking cold showers, things like, go out and getting sunlight and eating the perfect breakfast. I want you to know that this was my old morning routine, okay, at the start of this year. Here it is. I would go for a walk. I would then get sunlight. I would then ground. I would work out. I would make breakfast. I would do my breathing exercises, and then I would read. All of that didn't have a single bit of work. I didn't do any work during all that. And so finally something clicked. I think it was like watching Alex Hormozi or something. And I just realized, you know what? If I don't do any of that, I can get an extra like 3 hours of work. So why don't I just stop doing that, work first, and then if I can fit that stuff in back later, then great. And that's exactly what I do now. And the last kind of thing you have to understand here is just wake up early. I know this sounds ridiculous, but you guys aren't doing it. Just get up early. Like just freaking do it. My hours of work skyrocketed when I started getting up early. So here's exactly what I do right now, okay? I wake up every day around 5 to 5:15. I read my Bible for 15 minutes because that is the most important part of my day, right? Is my faith in God. That comes before work. I read that for 15 minutes and I instantly start working. So there it is. I'm working at 5:30 every single day. No distractions, full screen work. So by the time that some of you wake up, I've completed 4 to 5 hours of deep work. Now there's two reactions you can have to that. The first one is you can just say, oh, okay, you're arrogant, screw you, I'm going to go watch Mr. Beast. Or you can say, you know what, frick you, KJ, that's crazy. I got to get to that level. Like, it should piss you off that people are getting 4 hours of work done before you wake up. That should piss you off as a man who has goals, okay? It should piss you off. So I hope that it pisses you off and it inspires you to actually start working and to get this stuff done. The next thing is, once you're getting in hours of deep work, how you're going to really take it to the next level is making sure that you're putting it on the highest leverage activities possible. So what do I mean by highest leverage? Well, it's by spending the littlest amount of time to get the biggest impact. So how can you allocate your finite resources to get infinite outcomes? Or how can you, Alex Hormozi says this so good. That's where I got the quote. But how can you allocate your finite resources to infinite possibilities? You can do a million different things. And business does not work like school. There is no right or wrong answer. There's like really wrong, kind of wrong, sort of wrong, middle, sort of right, extremely right. So you have to figure out all these different options. It's not just yes or no. Like, is this working or is this not? It's how working is it? So you need to start trying to figure out, once you have the deep hours in place, it's like, how many tasks can I do that are the highest leverage, that are going to have the littlest input for the highest outcome? And this just takes practice. But here's the thing that helped me a lot is every week, before you start your week, ask yourself this question. And it is, what are the 3 things that I can accomplish this week that will have the largest outcome towards my goals? So some of you, if you are dirt broke right now, like you're stupid broke, have no one else to go, you should be learning a high value skill. I talk about this in other videos, and I will continue to talk about it because it's so important. But if you don't know a high value skill, how the heck are you going to make money? You don't know anything. You're not useful. You shouldn't be doing outreach. You shouldn't be doing anything else. If you can't solve problems for people, you got to learn how to solve problems. Period. Simple enough. So like if you don't know where to start, if you're just sitting here and you're lost as a ball in tall grass, pick a high value skill, a skill that has to do with psychology, right? So marketing, sales, copywriting, advertising, anything like that that's going to make someone with a business more money. Just start learning that. That should be what you do every day. Just track your hours learning one of those high value skills. All right. After you have the value, then you can start reaching out to people and actually providing them with it. But until you're good, no point in doing anything else. The next thing is, I want to give you an example. So when I started joining this copywriting group chat, it was very expensive, and a lot of people in there, like the course was telling them, who just send cold outreach all day, like 100 messages of cold outreach. And this is seemingly good advice, right? Because it's a revenue generating activity, meaning that, if I send 100 cold DMs, maybe I'll get one response and land a client and make money. But here's the problem. You got to get good first. So you got to sit back and analyze, okay, what is actually holding me back from this goal? Like, at what point would it be ridiculous for me to not achieve this outcome I want? So I sat back and thought, you know what? If I'm extremely good at this skill of copywriting, then I will make money. Not if I send 1,000 outreach messages a day. Like that's such the long way around. Why don't I just get super good first, and then the high leverage activity changes? Because now that I'm actually good, I shouldn't do a whole lot much more studying because I already have it there. I've already have the 80% done. Then it changes to, okay, how do I get clients and how do I grow the business, whatever. But you have to do this for yourself. No one can do this for you. You've got to sit back and think, all right, what is the highest leverage activity that I can do this week? And pick 3 and just focus on those. If you just did those 3 every week, you'd be where you want to go. But anyways, that's how you crush your competition. This is how you actually make a difference in your life and how you actually get a 10K a month, because this just happened with me. It's just like, I'm just sharing you what I just learned. All right. This is not how to wear shoes inside and work or anything stupid. Some of these videos crack me up, guys, but hopefully this helped you. If it does, like, reach out to me and tell me, because this is the only reason I make these videos. I don't care about freaking views or nothing. I care about if your lives change. I'd rather change one life and get 10 views than get 1,000,000 views and change no one's life. That's not why I do this. So anyways, hope this helped. I'll see y'all in tomorrow's video.